And joining me now to discuss the National Convention and the emergence of Iyorchia Ayu as National Chairman of the People's Democratic Party is a political consultant, Kurtis Adigba. Good to have you join us.
Thank you for having me.
So let me start by getting your impression and assessment of that convention. A lot of consensus candidates, I think only about 3 positions were elected. Talk to us about your impression and assessment.
So let me start by congratulating Professor Iyorchia Ayu for his victory at the polls. As you understand, it was a consensus arrangement. So to that extent, we can say, they got it right. But we are hearing stories about a lot of people who are not dissatisfied with what happened as a result of the role played by the governors. Of course, that is bound to happen after every convention. So which the PDP were.
So I want to get to the role played by the governor in a bit, but you also talked about how people are dissatisfied. But when you hear Iyorchia Ayu that speaking, and then when you listen to the speech given by Atiku, it does almost seem as if the party thinks that it has pressed the reset button in terms of its internal democracy and unity. But with the case of now the former chairman, Secondus, hanging over its head, or in this case his umbrella, what does that mean for the party?
Well, you know, the party has the right to stand very inspirational, aspirational, and upbeat about what they have done. But deep down we feel that there's a lot of issues. Of course, political party is about conflict management. How well they manage those conflicts will determine how united the party will be going into the next election. But having said that, I find it problem that the party that was full of apologies to Nigerians a few years ago, we suddenly turn around and say, we want to develop Nigeria the way we have developed it before. So what did they apologize to Nigerians for? For overdeveloping Nigeria? If all they are talking about now is we're going to develop Nigeria the way we developed it in the past, what did they then apologize to Nigerians for? You know? So that's the problem I see with the kind of upbeat manner in which they are positioning themselves, because they had a conviction that basically barely put through because of the decision of the Court of Appeal. And they are all feeling that all is well. They have the right to say that all is well, but the coming days are very interesting.
And this is a party that is just coming out of the Ali Modu Sharif and Ahmed McAfee situation that it ruptured the unity of the PDP. It almost seems like it's difficult to have a chairman who completes his tenure within the party. Are you worried for the future of that party in terms of its unity with this case, or do you think that that the PDP is out of the woods now?
I don't think they are out of the woods, because the same group of people who control the party are still in place. And that when you talk about the problem of the PDP, as well as the problem of any other political party in Nigeria, you're talking about the governors. Iyorchia Ayu emerged because northern governors put him forward and convinced their southern counterparts to accept him. Now, Mr. Arapaja also emerged as the deputy national chairman because the governor of Oyo State pushed his candidacy. And for the few positions that were contested for, you saw the clear, strong hands of governors in there. The same governors will be responsible for bringing the presidential candidate of the party. Now, if you watch some of the clips that we have seen from the convention, Senator Dino Melaya attempted to walk away at some point and was being held back. A lot of people who are dissatisfied with what happened, the strong roles played by the governors, the dictatorial nature in which they impose their candidates on the people. So it is too early for anyone to say, oh, you know, we had a brilliant convention, the party is united going forward into an election. But again, that's what politicians do. Politicians will promise you the moon, And the only thing they can deliver to you is the earth, which you already have. So the coming days are going to be very interesting.
Absolutely. And one wonders how long the governors can continue to hold together the structure of the party. But we'll see how the PDP rises from this. Thank you so much for talking to us, political consultant Kurtis Adigba.
Thank you. Thanks.